entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now, or should I say, go go Power Rangers! Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com to review the live-action Power Rangers flick, which actually isn't a pile of steaming poo. Spoilers will not be present, so proceed if you wish. Let's be real with each other. You too probably thought that a live-action Power Rangers movie based on the purposefully ghetto-looking show from the 90s would suck at best. I know I did at least. But what we ended up getting, and by we, I mean those of us who first tuned into the show nearly 3 decades ago, to watch laughably bad acting and even cheaper special effects of Asian people in spandex fighting other people in costumes bought at the local Halloween store, is actually a competent and somewhat entertaining sci-fi film. What I'm saying, it's not like this film was based on a deep property with some of the world's greatest sci-fi stories ever written, so it really didn't have to be anything special to come off as a solid representation of the source material. It actually ended up being a somewhat capable origin story for the Power Rangers, and one that infused a bit of a backstory that I at least appreciated experiencing, and it did help explain a bit of the show's wonky lore. I'm not calling Power Rangers the next great sci-fi film franchise by any means, but again, for the show it was based on, I think it successfully kicked off a new era of Power Ranger movies. I found the cast to be likable, which made it easy to watch them grow into the Rangers we all know they'd become. There were genuine moments and conversations that portrayed a modern teen's life these days in a competent and entertaining manner, so they weren't just shells of characters, they felt like real people. This is a good thing too, because this movie is all about setting the team up and then hoping they find a way to work together as Rangers by figuring out how to morph as a team. This leaves a majority of the movie being carried by the teenage cast and not a full-on superhero flick that is just all action and explosions. In fact, they really don't even don the iconic Ranger armor until the film is nearly over. Now, I for one thought that it took a bit too long to get them to be Rangers, but with that being said, the movie doesn't become a bore fest while you wait for the money shot, which you do get, and it does the old show justice in every possible way. Once the Rangers leap to action, you instantly feel like you're watching the classic series while you get ready for school, albeit with amazing special effects and not hobos in monster costumes walking through miniature cities. Again, Power Rangers did suffer from a lack of actual Rangers for most of its runtime, but the story of them finding their way as unique individuals working with strangers does end up being more entertaining than it sounds. Having more backstory on Zordon and Alpha 5 also helps to flesh out the plot, plus there are some interesting reveals about Rita too that just give the Power Rangers universe more character than it ever had before. Power Rangers, especially considering the source material, is a great first foray into a planned franchise of live-action Ranger sequels, and while it takes a bit long to get to the good stuff, it's still a solid 80 out of 100 type of sci-fi action flick. I do recommend seeing it in theaters to fully appreciate its action sequences and effects, so get your asses to a theater before it's too late. Keep on going, Rangers. Matt Haywood signing off for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you better geeks one post at a time.